vlog. Hannah Mo here. So I've been dreading talking about this for a while now because it happened 2 years ago. Yes, 2 years ago. It was a what happened was very expensive. I would say it's a very expensive life lesson. Yeah, you know, you live and you learn, you go make mistakes so you can learn from the mistakes so you don't make those same mistakes again. So I have a problem with trust. I trust so easily. Like, trust is just like, yep, everyone has my trust, but I need to realize that in the real world, you can't trust everyone. So let's get into the video, let's get into the story. I was living in Arizona at the time. I was going to school at Grand Canyon University. I spelled out university with my finger. So I was going to Grand Canyon University, and it is in the heart of Phoenix. So you look at Phoenix right here. It's in the heart of it. Like right in the middle, smack dab in the middle. It is not in the Grand Canyon. You would think Grand Canyon University would be around the Grand Canyon, but nope, it's a couple hours away. So let's start over. So I'm living in Arizona, and I was studying film production, which that was something I was very interested in. The classes were interesting, and the campus is a beautiful paradise. It is a beautiful paradise, but it's in a cage, you know what I mean? It's a gated community. Grand Canyon is a private Christian university. So it's an interesting little, I'm not even Christian. I don't know why I went there, but I see, and that comes to this story, as I don't even know why I was there. Something happened in Nebraska, and maybe I'll talk about it in a future video. If you want to hear about it, yeah, I'm saying it. Put it in the description. Wait, put it in the comments. I put stuff in the description box, but I didn't even know why I was going there. I wanted to get away. I wanted to get out of Nebraska. And GCU, Grand Canyon University, was the ticket to leave because it's affordable. It's an affordable private Christian university. So when I was registering for Grand Canyon University, I registered myself in the freshman dorms. Yay. And luckily me, I was with the RA and the Bible study leader, which, I don't know. At first I was like, I just was whatever. I wanted to just get out of Nebraska. I was just doing it on the flow. I was so late to do everything, and I just did it. And I wasn't friends with my roommates. It was just an awkward situation. My roommate, it was just like you walk in the room, hi, and that's it. No real conversation. So that didn't help. And I was living with freshmen. Not that there was anything wrong with that, but I don't know. But this was interesting. So 2 girls that I went to high school with, they're a year younger than me, they were going to the same school I was going to, Grand Canyon University. I'm gonna say that a lot. And just randomly, they were my neighbors in the dorms. That didn't happen for no reason. So I at least had 2 people down there that I could always go to that, well, you know what I mean? For a couple weeks, it was going okay. You know, I kind of fell into depression. I don't know why. Like, I'm in such a beautiful place. Why am I so sad? Because I don't know. This is where the real story begins. I was sad, and I was lost. And you know what you do when you're sad and lost? You go seek out a psychic, okay? And a psychic, they have the gift of getting information from the past, present, and future, because technically the past, present, and future is all, you have access to it. I mean, you just have to have very strong intuition, but I feel like we all have access to that, you know, past, present, future, because it's all happening all at once. It's all just connected. It's not a timeline. Life's not, my dog's barking, but it's not technically a timeline because time doesn't exist. So it's like just a web of events, you know, because you do something and then it could have this effect or it could have this effect. You know, and all depending on the choices you make in life. Sorry, I had to take a little pause because my dog was barking. So I had to run all the way downstairs, let her out, run all the way back upstairs. And then the other dog outside started barking, so I had to run downstairs, let her back in, run upstairs. So here I am out of breath. But let's continue on. So I'm on my maps, and I'm searching for a psychic, you know, just psychics in the area. And I start driving to one, and then it just stopped working. I don't know, the maps just stopped working. I go to a different psychic, which that was the biggest mistake of my life. I've actually made a lot of mistakes in my life, so not the biggest, but it was a big mistake. I go to this psychic, and now I believe in psychics 100%. 100%. I don't believe that everyone is one when they say they are. They could have intuitive gifts, but some are witches. You know, I wouldn't say witches because like witch, whatever, like it's looked in a different way in this community that we live in. A witch, you know, like witches are what you see in the movies, you know, with the black hats and the long nose and the green face. Well, I call this psychic a witch because she was mean. Like, she wasn't mean. There go the dogs. She used her gifts to get money, money, money. And I know, like, obviously psychics want money because they ask for money when they read your palm or they do a real reading or the cards or whatever. I did a reading and she got really in my head. I got interrupted by dogs again. Oh, I love dogs so much. I love them. But now when I have to run up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down the stairs, and they go barking again. But let's stay on track. So, she got in my head, and psychics, you know, that they can get, I don't know, whatever. So she was telling me things that actually happened, like the bad things in my life that happened when I was going to school in Lincoln the year prior to that. So she really got in my head. I was emotional, I was crying, blah, blah, blah. And then, so she went into the tarot reading, you know, she just read like the cards. Then she said, I have a dark entity haunting me, and it does not allow me to love. So I'm like, well, shit. If she got all this right about me, and then she's saying I have a dark entity haunting me, not allowing me to love or like get attached to someone, that's scary. You know what I mean? Like, why would I not believe someone when she was telling me the truth before? You know what I mean? That led to she said, you didn't have to pay me money for this, but we have to do this ritual to get rid of this entity haunting you. So I need $800. Okay. In my head, I'm like, oh my god, I have an entity, I'm being haunted. And what the fuck, of course I'm gonna give you $800, oh my god. So I went to the bank and I got $400 out. She's like, ooh, this girl will do anything I say. So I think she said just $400 at first. And then I went again to get $800. So I paid her $800 because she had to set up this statue of me to like get rid of, to pretend. This is crazy, like I'm being honest. Like she wanted to build like a lookalike of me so the entity would haunt that instead of me. I kept going back to her and she had me doing these rituals, you know, of like, I'm not very, what's the word? I'm not very religious, but she was having me do prayers and like stuff like that. And the main thing she said, do not tell anyone what we're doing. Red flag, but in my head I'm like, oh, I can't tell anyone, oh my god, I'm being haunted. Oh, I gotta do this, gotta do that. So I gave her $800, like, doing, that's the mistake I made. I got scammed $800 from a psychic. That's the name of the video, okay, because but I got scammed, yes, because she manipulated me. It was all manipulation, because I was in a very vulnerable state, so I got manipulated into giving her $800. She also wanted me to sign up for credit cards, to start a credit with her, to give her more money, to set up this thing of me. The two girls that I was in the school with, I didn't tell them, didn't anything. I actually ended up telling them, they're like, Hannah, dude, stop. You can't go to the psychic girl, like, she's fucking with your mind. So I was driving one day, and this was super weird. I was, you know, like, the psychic was fucking me up, I was trying to, like, to get rid of the situation, and I was just driving in Arizona and Phoenix, and boom, out of nowhere I have just, like, this reflex, like, a last minute, I want to get in the turning lane and turn, but then I boomed right into a truck. My whole headlight popped out in the middle of the road. So I had to get out of the car, go into the road, grab my headlight, put it in my car, drive away. Not drive away because we met into this area. No cops got involved. I gave my whatever. But that was kind of a life reality check. Like, boom. Snap out of it, Hannah. What are you doing? So my dad ended up coming, and she's like, if your dad, she like said the future, if your dad in this state, you're gonna, like, you can't tell him what's going on. And I ended up telling him what was going on. I ended up leaving the school, but not because of that, of other things. Maybe I'll tell in a video in the future. I still believe in psychics to this day. Now I know what some psychics will do, or just what manipulative people will do for money. So she made $800 off me for a $10 palm reading that it should have been. That's my story, and it took me a while to sit down and tell you that story because very stupid. I'm very stupid. I'm very stupid sometimes, and I make stupid mistakes. And I'm telling you, some mistakes that you make in your life will be a lot of money. And I've had a lot of money mistakes in my life. But that concludes this story. I got scammed. You know what? I gave a psychic $800 for no reason. And then you ask Hannah, do you still believe you have a dark entity haunting you? Well, now that is a question I don't have an answer to.